I want to start as your apprentice.
Great. You seem to know the basics already. Harrod thinks you're a good man. Thorben gave you his blessing. I'm not all that pious, but I'm fine with it. Constantino says you can sign up wherever you want for all he cares. And Matteo says you're worth your weight in gold. This means you have the approval of all masters. You can work for me at any time if you want.
I'm in.
You aren't going to regret this. I think we'll be able to work together well.
What are my tasks as an apprentice?
That's easy. Bring me as many pelts as you can get. I'll pay you a better price for them than any of the other traders would give you. Apart from that, you needn't show up here in the shop. I can get along just fine by myself.
And where am I supposed to sleep?
I don't have any room for you here. They're bound to have a bed for you in the hotel at the marketplace.
I've got a few skins for you.
Wolfskin, that's good. Good work. Come see me again when you have more.
I've heard that someone stole from you.
Who told you that? Probably Bartok, huh? Didn't he have anything better to tell you? Oh, well. Let me tell you, if I get hold of this bastard, he can say his prayers. I left the shop for only a moment. When I came back, I could only just see him leave, with my bow on his shoulder. I called the guards right away, but the lowlife ran towards the harbor, and they lost him there. I lit a bonfire under their asses then, and they searched the entire harbor district. But they didn't find a thing. Those bumbling lackeys. I bet my bow is still in town somewhere. I informed the guards on both city gates, and they haven't seen anyone leave with my bow. When I get my hands on that bastard...
Hey, you! As to that orc outside of town?
Yes?
Don't worry about him. The city guard is going to take care of him.
Good. If you find out more, let me know. You have to feel sorry for you like that.
How are things?
If you want something to drink, you'll have to order it.
Let's wait and see what happens.
I bet you overhear a lot of things.
So what's that to you?
I've always got an open ear for news.
Have you got your purse open then? Every piece of information I give you will cost 10 gold pieces.
Business. Better to watch out.
I'll give you no more than 5 for your information.
What? 5 gold pieces? Are you trying to ruin me? Let's make it 7.
Know what I think.
Okay, 7 gold pieces sounds fair.
A wise decision. Well, so if there's anything you want to know, ask me.
That's not what I heard.
I need information.
Nobody ever asked.
Where can I find work?
You're not likely to find work down here at the harbor.
Not my problem.
You need to go to the craftsman in the lower part of town for that. But if you wield a decent blade, you could go challenge Ulrich. He fights for gold behind the warehouse.
Is there any special work to be had around here where I could make some quick money?
Something special, you say? Go talk to Nagur then. Maybe he can help you.
Let's wait and see what happens. That's not what I heard.
Cardiff says you may have a job for me.
Well, well. So you're looking for a special job. Okay. But we play by my rules, understood?
What does that mean?
That means you do what I say and you get a third of the profits. If you don't like it, then there's no job.
All right, you're the boss.
Good. Then let me know when you're ready to rake in a heap of gold.
All right, what's your plan?
You know the merchant Baltram, don't you? If not, it's time you talk to him. This Baltram has a messenger who supplies him with goods from Akil's farm. That is, he had a messenger. until I cut his throat.
That was obvious.
And now Baltram has to get a new one, and that will be you. Your job is to get hired by Baltram and fetch the delivery from Akhil. You bring it to me, and then I'll set it on to an interested customer. You'll fork over a tidy little sum for it. And just don't try selling the stuff yourself. Have you got all that?
I'd have done it differently.
Where is Akhil's farm?
Leave the city by the east gate. That's directly on the marketplace.
It's a bad business.
If you follow the road to the right, you'll soon come to a few steps cut into the rock. Go up there, and you'll come to Akhil's farm.
Some problems solve themselves.
How much will the profit be?
I can't say exactly,
Will it ever change?
but I estimate around 400 gold pieces.
Why haven't I heard about this before?
Well then, I'm all set.
Good.
Is it really?
Then get on your way. But if you try to cheat me, you'll soon be every bit as dead as the messenger. Don't forget.
Me anymore. Some problems solve themselves.
I knew that would be a problem.
That's nothing new. I wouldn't have done that.
Talks to
That
you.
would cause more trouble. I'm no better off myself. You already know. I don't want to hear that anymore.
There's nothing you can do.
Hey, teach me.
Problems solve themselves.
He can't keep anything to himself.
You've already...
Who says things like that?
Nothing surprises me anymore.
I don't want to hear that anymore.
Is it true that some townspeople have simply vanished?
So I've heard, but I'm not sure whether it's really true. Just look around you.
Listen to the wrong
Does this
people.
rat hole look like the place where you want to spend your golden years?
That's exactly what I said.
Small wonder that people are getting themselves out of here.
Will it ever change?
What are you doing here?
My name is Brahim.
You should have known.
I draw maps and sell them. Since you're new here, maybe you could use a map of the city?
Time.
It's quite affordable and very useful until you know your way around.
He never would have thought of that.
Show me your
himself.
maps.
That's totally obvious.
Come back again later. I'm sure to have something new for you then.
Some problems solve themselves.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
He'd better shut up. To himself. That's an I don't believe that. That's an open secret. He can't keep anything to himself. Really? How interesting. These are bad times. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. That's what I always said. Honestly, I witnessed it myself. Who says things like that? I can't take care of everything by everybody. I don't believe that. He had better shut up. That's not what my husband thinks. These are bad.
They didn't deserve that.
But Enos beheld what Beliar had done, and he also beheld.
it is.
He never would have thought of that himself.
Halt! Only the citizens of the town and the king's troops can get into the upper end of the town.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
I'm a respected citizen of Khorinis. Let me pass.
Whatever prompted the masters of Khorinis to let you sign on as an apprentice, I don't want to know about it. You may enter, but behave yourself. Otherwise, you'll have the worst trouble in your life.
I'm not touching that.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Tell me that isn't true.
Tell me that isn't true.
I'd have done it differently.
Halt! Only men who are in service to the king may enter the town hall.
I need to speak to Lord Hagen.
Do you know how often I've heard that? You can't go in. If you try anyway, I'll have to kill you.
I've got some weed tobacco here. Want to smoke?
I don't know it, but sure, give it here. I'll roll myself a smoke. Harsh stuff. I think I'd better not smoke any more of it.
What are you doing here?
What do you think, huh? I'm a gardener. I take care of the garden.
You're pretty much by yourself here, aren't you?
Yes, and it should stay that way. I'm glad that I have some peace here. Once, they wanted to send me to the penal colony because I did some guy in, but Larius, the governor, needed another gardener, and so I could stay here. Over time, this garden has become my home, and I'm content with that.
Are you growing herbs as well?
A few. I'm growing fireweed and fire nettles. I also tried swamp weed, but that doesn't really thrive here. Well, I just harvested. So if you want to buy something.
Show me your wares.
You should really have known better.
It's his decision, wasn't it?
Ah, you again. So, you actually managed to get into the upper quarter. There are some things you must heed here. Otherwise, you will wind up outside as fast as you got in here. You're only allowed to enter the merchant's buildings. You can recognize them by the signs over the door, just so there are no misunderstandings. The other buildings belong to important citizens. There is nothing there for you. The important citizens of this town live in this quarter, so treat them with respect. Do we understand each other?
Sure.